5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, audience. Welcome to another episode of Have You Seen It? I am Charles, and I am with, I just have ran out of great words to say about it. With my
recycle.
Recycle. My wonderful co-host, Denise. Denise, how you doing today?
I am doing well, thank you. How are you?
I am wonderfully excellent. You see, I have my Bears hat on. Yeah. I am ready for football.
Yeah.
I'm ready for the football season, right? So let's go ahead and get into our recommendations for our audience this week. Denise,
all right.
What movie are you recommending?
All right, the movie I'm recommending this week is The Lady in the Window, starring my girl, Amy Adams, looking extremely frumpy, and Gary Oldman, looking very handsome with his silver hair.
Yeah.
Julianne Moore, Jennifer Jason Leigh, and a cameo with Anthony Mackie. So basically, this movie is about a woman played by Amy Adams, who is an agoraphobic, which means she is fearful of going outside. So she's in the house all day, 24/7. She is a psychiatrist by trade, but she spends her day indoors. And she's rather nosy. She lives in a brownstone and she rents out the lower level of that brownstone, but she spends a lot of her time just looking out the window. And one day, when she's looking out the window, she sees a terrible crime being committed, and the apartment across the street where she sees this crime is the apartment owned by Gary Oldman and his wife, played by Julianne Moore, who we think is his wife, but we find out later, I won't give away a spoiler, but we find out later that whole relationship in his house is kind of messy. So she takes pictures of this crime, calls the police come over, question her. She really doesn't have a whole lot of information to give them. And they question the folks who live across the street. And, what she's seeing and saying just doesn't add up, doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But that doesn't stop her from continuing to be nosy, because she wants to find out what happened in that apartment. Fast forward a little bit. The teenage son, or the young adult son who resides in that apartment, befriends her. And in talking to him and using her psychiatrist, know-how, she realizes that, hey, there is something, weird going on in that house. And based on the conversation that I've had with this kid, everything I thought was true is correct. And I'm still going to be nosy and try to figure out this crime. So as the movie continues, that's basically what she's doing. She's having nightmares about it. She just won't let it go. And in the movie, you also find out that her relationship with Anthony Mackie is that of an estranged husband. So his cameo is brief in a flashback sort of thing. So that gives you some insight into why she's all weird and acting, crazy and seeing and hearing all types of things. The person that she rents her lower floor of her brownstone to also has a role in this crime. And I won't give away that spoiler, but he's got something to do with this crime as well. And at the end, there is a really, really graphic and horrible fight scene that is kind of bloody and gory. But that's my recommendation. If you like Amy Adams and you like a thriller and you are nosy as all get out, this is the movie for you. So that's my recommendation, The Lady in the Window.
So my recommendation this week is Black Widow, starring Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh, David Harbour, Rachel Wentz, William Hurt, and Ray Winestone. The main part of the movie, let me set this up for you. The main part of the movie starts off after Civil War, after Captain America Civil War. And Natasha has violated the Sokovia Accords. And so she easily escapes from, military forces. And she ends up in a safe house, one of her safe houses in Norway. There, she unknowingly gets a package from her sister, but she finds out quickly because the villain of the movie appears, the Taskmaster, coming there to try to retrieve that package that her sister sent to her. So Natasha gets away and she reunites with her sister Yelena, and Yelena tells her that the Red Room is still up and running, right? And Dreykov is alive. So her and her sister, they unite together. Black Widow absolutely puts the Marvel Cinematic Universe back on the map. In the comments, tell me what you think the direction of Black Widow, maybe the series or some of the characters may go. So my recommendation this week is Black Widow, starring Scarlett Johansson.
Thank you. My nailed it is another one of my favorites. Helen Mirren in the movie Queen. Her portrayal of Queen Elizabeth during the aftermath of Princess Diana's death was incredible. So the Queen Elizabeth that you see even now in 2021 with her demeanor and the vibes that she puts out into the world, Helen Mirren really displayed that brilliantly. Her reluctance to give Diana the grand farewell that the country and the world felt she deserved was very interesting to watch. I did not know all of that was going on behind the scenes, but Helen Mirren played it with no issue whatsoever. She was brilliant. She is my nailed it.
So my nailed it is O'Shea Jackson as Lance in Long Shot. Now, the movie is totally hilarious, but O'Shea even made it even funnier by playing Seth Rogen's character, Fred Flosky's best friend. He played the type of best friend that you really want in real life. A guy that's there with you thick and thin, right? Regardless of what you say or what you do, but he keep it real. He keeps it real, right? And he was funny as heck. Every time he was on screen, he was a scene stealer. So my nailed it is O'Shea Jackson as Lance in Long Shot.
All right, folks, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And we're available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in, "Have you seen it?" with Charles and Denise, and there we will be.
Thank you for joining us for another episode of Have You Seen It? And we are out.
Bye-bye.